Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be reading what is probably one of the worst things I've ever fucking read in my entire life, aka my Unplanned Summer Vacation, a very horrible Morinotsu fanfiction, and honestly, if I had to be real, this story, whenever I feel bad, I always go to this story because it was just so out there that it makes me laugh my ass off, because there's so many grammar issues, there's so many ridiculous contrived plot holes, and if you know anything about Morinotsu, it feels like they're in a fucking time loop for some reason. I don't really understand it, but you'd have to read it to get it. Okay, so I'm going to be reading this entire, how long is this? 32 chapter monstrosity. Yeah, over the series of videos. I'm gonna try and do it, and I'm probably gonna have music edited in, because music editing is pretty fucking lit, bro. So yeah, this is chapter 1 of my Unplanned Summer Vacation by Pacific Sun 360. July 31st, surprise disaster. I've been staying on this bus for an hour, but it feels like I've been here forever, like a never-ending destination. My name is Kelly Sullivan. I'm 18 years old. I've just graduated from high school. I live in Seattle, Washington, with my parents and my 17-year-old sister, Sylvia. But I'm not in Seattle, I'm in Japan. You see, earlier in July, my parents wanted us, me and Sylvia, to spend the summer in Tokyo, Japan, to see our long-distance uncles and my two cousins, Ashley and Ashton. My uncle is the vice president of a pharmaceutical company, and he's been promoted, and he and his family moved to Tokyo, where the HQ is located. We do get to see them on the holidays, and I visited Tokyo before just with my father, because he needed me, because I have learned to speak Japanese. He used me as his translator, but some Japanese know English, but that was when I was 14. I never thought of going to Japan again until that day. So, my sister and I arrived in Tokyo for a 2-month stay. It's clearly for me that my parents wanted us to be busy while they have fun for themselves. While arriving there, me and Sylvia stayed at my uncle's home. It's really nice. It's like they live in a high-class society. We live in a society. While staying there, my 21-year-old cousin, Ashton, takes us to some of Japan's iconic landmarks. It was so amazing, despite that I've visited before, but they hadn't given me a tour before. I only stayed there for 10 days, but this time is 2 months, July and August. That's enough to visit some of Japan's attractive tourist destinations. I've learned so much about them speaking their language. But one day, something unthinkable happens to me. Only me. Is the last day of July after a 5-day stay at the hotel, where I can see the Mount Fuji. My cousins and my sister quickly took the morning bus to Tokyo without knowing my presence. I was distracted after helping a lady whose luggage exploded and her clothing blew everywhere in the lobby. I checked the time and I was in big trouble. They left me behind. I tried to call them, but no response. I quickly took the next bus that was leaving at noon. The bus's route was different. It included several stops, and Tokyo was the final stop. But what choice do I have? I have no choice but to take it. It'll arrive there maybe before or after 6 p.m. Well, which is it? God damn it, it's before or after. That's any time, basically. It'll arrive there any time. You don't... Never mind. Before I've boarded, I called my uncle to inform him that I missed the bus and I'll arrive there before dinner. But you said it was before or after 6 p.m., so it could be any time, literally, like even midnight or some shit. I don't fucking know. With no problems, I felt confident that this was all going smoothly. And here I am, sitting here for 2 hours since I've departed from Fuji. The bus made several stops, some passengers have disembarked or boarded, and I've been sitting at the back of the bus. If you have put a camera and put on fast forward, you can see the performance. At this moment, the bus was fully loaded with passengers, and they seemed to be from a big city, not Tokyo, but some other metropolis. The bus stopped and all the passengers disembarked and a few more boarded, and I'm pretty sure that the bus driver had been wondering, what is my destination? More passengers boarded, it was full again, and I'm still sitting at the back of the bus. Then one passenger was standing right next to me where I'm sitting. Excuse me, can you move your backpack? There's more room left, the wrong passenger asked in Japanese. Oh, sure, I said as I put my backpack under the seat. Thank you, he said as he sits next to me, and I grabbed my headphones to pass the time. It was going to be a long ride to Tokyo. The bus steps on and continued its next destination. The young Japanese who was next to me seems to be the same age as I am. He lives from the city. I wonder what's his destination. Maybe he's visiting to a family reunion or something. No more guessing for one day, though. As the bus follows the road and looking through the window, I see the beautiful scenery. There were green mountains, a nice blue sky, and one white giant sun shining in the afternoon. The bus driver speaks up, "Next stop, Minasato Village. Please pass the village if you are departing." The Japanese teen presses the button. He lives on a big city and he's visiting a village? How do you know he lives in a big city though? Why are you assuming people's origins? What the fuck? Wait, now that I think about it, wait, we've heard his name, yeah, Kelly Sullivan. Fucking Kelly Sullivan. Oh my god. Okay. Fucking Kelly Sullivan loves to assume how people were raised for some reason. Fine. Is fine, bro. I've been talking to my mind, whoever is sitting next to me, and think, what is their destination? Without asking. Like that one fucking song where it's like, what are you living for? Oh, I don't know. Why don't you tell me what you're living for? I tried to call my sister or my cousins, but the moment I boarded the bus, there was no signal on my cell phone. I was out of range. I hadn't received a call from anyone. I was cut from the outside world, on a bus. Oh, great, I sighed as I relaxed on my seat. Suddenly, a loud explosive sound jerked the bus. I was thrown from my seat. The passengers screamed. The bus moved heavily to the left and then right. I tried to stand up and sit back onto my seat, and also the Japanese teen who was next to me. He handed over his hand to me so I could grab it. He handed over his hand to me. The fucking repetitive this can start. But it was too late. The bus rolls over, and I was thrown from the floor to the side and I blacked out. The terrible sounds hit my ears, the metal creaking and twisting, the glass shattering, and the screams of the agonizing passengers. It was a surprise disaster. It was a surprise. It was a surprise disaster. Yes. No shit, Sherlock. It was a surprise disaster. Fucking god. No shit, it was a surprise disaster. What the fuck? Are you implying that there are disasters that aren't surprises? What the fuck? I'm sure Kelly was one of those dumbass people that probably believes that 9/11 wasn't a surprise, that we should have been expecting it. Like, what? No. I hear voices of desperation. I hear uncomfortable sounds. I feel weak. I tried to fight and recover what just happened, but I can't. I can't move. I can't scream for help. I was done, and I haven't said goodbye to my loved ones. I will never see them again. My head hurts. My eyes were bursting into tears. My right wrist is sprained. I feel the right side of my face leaking from a wound I just received in my forehead. It was hurting to me, and I was scared. I was losing consciousness at any moment. My life was about to be taken away. Taken away. I like how edgy this story became out of fucking nowhere. The sounds from earlier was gone, leaving me hopeless. My weak voice was the only thing I can hear. Help, help, help me, anyone, I said, was what was left of me. My eyes closed. I hear footsteps stepping on broken fragments of the bus, and I hear a voice. It was calm and it kept my hopes up. Hey, you're going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. Just hang in there, the voice said in Japanese. I don't remember anything after that. I remember feeling weak and a few more blurry voices around me, but nothing more afterwards. I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to attempt to read the second chapter, but this one's like really fucking long, I think. So yeah. Dear God. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna read the second chapter and then I'll end it because holy shit, okay. August 1st, stranded and welcomed. I was having a great dream. I was with my family on a beach together. I was so happy, but it ended. I slowly open my eyes and see a small all-white painted room. I take a look without moving my head and see some familiar tools and a red cross on a wall. I was on a hospital or something. No, he wasn't in the no, he was on the hospital. I wasn't on life support. That's That's good. I can feel my heart pounding normally, and I don't feel any pain. Most likely the doctor gave me some painkillers. I slowly stand up despite having received multiple fucking wounds that probably should have killed me. I was resting on the bed with some blankets on and take another look in the room. I don't see anyone coming by, but I hear voices coming. The door opens and I see a young husky girl in her nurse uniform with a big red cross on her chest. Yes, Dictator Cherry is recruiting her army, I see. She looks at me in surprise and she smiles.
Hey, how are you feeling?
She said in perfect English. I feel dizzy, I said as I place my hand on my head and feel a gauze bandage wrapped around in my head.
Oh, don't worry, you're going to be fine. You just had an accident. You broke your right wrist and injury to your forehead. There's nothing serious, she said. Can you stand on your feet? I'll help you, she said.
I can feel my legs. I guess I can, I said as I moved from the bed nice and easy with no problems. I stand on my 2 feet. Ha! What a relief for me! But I feel a little dizzy. Looks like I'm hungry. My stomach growls. The nurse hears it.
Oh, here, eat this. It'll give you energy.
She handed me a granola bar and I eat it. It was good. Eating items such as granola bars will restore 30% of your HP on the field. Within battles, they will restore over 500%. I swear, it feels like a fucking RPG tutorial when she's like, here, eat this and it'll give you energy. Oh my god. But my mind is beginning to ask questions. A lot of questions. Important questions. Where am I asked. Oh.
You're in Minnesota Village's infirmary. You've been unconscious for, 17 hours,
she said while looking at the clock. And what today is it? What today is it? My eyes were open because of the large amount of hours I've been sleeping. Here, wouldn't he know that it's August 1st? Because he said it would be, like, it had to have been in the afternoon, right? If he was saying he would be there before or after 6 p.m., because he was saying it was the afternoon in the previous chapter. So, if he were smart at math, he would know that it's August 1st, because 17 hours from, like, 1 o'clock in the afternoon isn't very much. So, I don't know what the fuck. Let me think.
Oh, it's August 1st. The bus crashed yesterday afternoon. You better call your family. They must be worried. What was the last time you called them?
She said and changed the topic. Oh, you're right. I grabbed the phone out of my pocket that was somehow still intact, but no bars. Damn it.
Oh, you can use our phone in the waiting room. This village is far away from the ranges.
Wait, then how is there a phone? What? Like, seriously, as far as I remember in the original game, the only person that managed to have a phone was Shin, because 1, he is the best boy, and 2, he's really fucking rich, therefore able to maintain a connection. Like, there was a reason there wasn't any cable phones. Never mind, then, like, I don't understand this story. It's already causing plot holes. She guided me to the sitting room and she handed me a cable phone, pretty old-fashioned. As I hold the phone and push the buttons, I'm going to call my uncles, they'll help me. I was waiting and waiting and waiting. Finally, someone answered me. Hello, this is the Sullivan residence. Who's speaking? A familiar deep voice came through the phone. Uncle Henry, I exclaimed while speaking English. Oh, Kelly, though, thank goodness. Are you okay? Where the hell have you been? You said you were coming before sunset. Wait, hold on. I'm putting on speaker. Everyone wants to speak to you. Oh, boy.
Oh my gosh, Kelly, you're still alive!
My sister Sylvia. Oh, what the hell, Kelly?
What the hell, Kelly? We turned around and now you're gone?
My cousin Ashley. Hey, easy. It's our fault we never noticed his presence, my cousin Ashton. Oh, Kelly, I'm glad you're okay. We were so worried about you. My aunt, Samantha, fucking... Hearing their voices again, I couldn't bear it anymore. I started to cry. The nurse noticed this and she saw my face of happiness.
Kelly, are you crying?
Sylvia asked. Yes, I'm so happy to hear your voices again. I can't control myself. Have you guys heard the news that the bus I was on, it crashed? I asked if they know already. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Yes, we've been waiting here at the bus station till we heard the bad news. We were so terrified. We had no information, Uncle Henry said. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Except I'd sprained my right wrist and head. How do you sprain your head? Never mind. I don't think I want to know. And the question is, if the bus was so demolished to the point where there was, like, fragments of the bus everywhere, how the fuck did you get away with only a sprain to your right wrist and an injury to your forehead? Shouldn't you be fucking dead? Ouch! Sylvia, Ashley, and Ashton said. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Well, you... Oh, you poor thing, not my nephew, Samantha said and continued, so where are you? I'm in Minnesota Village. I'm not familiar with this place, I said. Oh, I know that place, Samantha said it in surprise. You do, mean Sylvia asked. Oh my fucking god. Ashley Ashton and I spent a week by accident last year in August in a bond. Oh my god. This isn't even taking place during, like, the original timeline, because I think in this story, like, they made the Torihiko route, which never happened at this point, canon, and even when that happened, they shoved their fucking OCs into it. Oh no. Last year in August, in a Bond festival that was held in that village. It was really fun, Samantha said in a happy tone. Okay, good, so, when are you guys gonna pick me up? I said. Ashley, Sylvie, could you leave us a moment with Kelly for a moment? Uncle Henry requested my two relatives. Their voices were gone. That leaves Ashton, Henry, and Samantha. Listen, Kelly, please don't get mad, but can you wait until the end of the month? He said nice and gently. What? I said loudly that the young husky nurse turns her head and looked at my angry face while looking the home. But why? I asked. I'm sorry, Kelly, but you see, this month is going to be very busy, and Samantha Ashton and I can't pick you up until the end of the month. I'm sorry. A voice of shame came from my uncle's mouth. He can't do anything about it. He continued, and also, all the bus service has been suspended after the accident. Also, reaching UR is a very hard place to reach, he finished. I sighed and replied, okay. I calmed myself down. Alright, Kelly, listen to me. How much money you have in your wallet? Samantha asked. I got 3,000 yen. Oh, excuse me? Wait, 3,000 US dollars in yen. I hadn't spent it or anything. I had been using it. Okay, wait a minute. Wait. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. 2 yen. I'm going to look this up real quick. Okay. So if $1 is 110 yen. Hold on a minute here. I'm curious. So, how much money did he say he had in US dollars into yen? Okay. So, 3,000 US dollars in yen, huh? I see. Let me see here. So 3,000 fucking okay, 3,000. Alright. 3,000 piece of shite. And then we'll see what happens into Swiss franc to you. What? Excuse me? Oh, wait a minute, I know exactly what it's going to be. Well, US dollars, right? So, Japan, Japanese yen from American dollar. Okay. US dollar. Alright, so, if he had $3,000 in USD in Japan dollars, he has over 30,000 yen. And to my knowledge, that's like almost in the millions to them. So basically, not only is Kelly a Mary Sue, he's a fucking millionaire. What? Oh my god. I have 3,000 US dollars in yen, so you have over 300,000 yen. Okay, fine. I can't believe this. How were you not mugged in Japan? What the fuck? Okay, fine. I'm going to drop this because, of course, he's rich. Of course. He's a Mary Sue. Okay, good. There's an inn where you can stay. It's not very expensive. An inn that I can afford? That's something. Oh, there's an inn? Oh, okay then, I said. Oh, you can stay there and our problems are solved, she said, after having a chat with everyone on the phone and explained what happened to me. And now I'm at the infirmary. I hanged up the phone and it looks like I'm all alone.
Oh, what happened? Is everything okay?
The young nurse asked in a worry. Looks like I'm stuck here. A simple answer was enough. I sighed because this was something unthinkable to ever happen to me, and it did.
Oh, sorry to hear that,
she said. Where's the inn in this village? It's somewhere nearby.
Oh, yes, it's not that far. Just follow the signs. It'll take you there in no time. Oh, I almost forgot. I believe this is your luggage, Mr. Sullivan.
She handed me my big suitcase and my small backpack. Wait the second. Wait the second. How she knows my surname? How you know my name?
Oh, your address is written on the back of your backpack and your suitcase. The bus driver came here and left them here, and I realized it was yours, obviously, since you're the only one who got it.
How? Wait, on a bus accident that huge, how is he the only one that was injured? There was no possible way that... You know what? This is just plot hole number 5, I think. I'm not sure, but this is bullshit. There's no way that he was the only one. But you know what? Fine. I'll let you win this time, fanfiction. She pointed out. Oh, that's right.
Oh, I'm Saki Okamoto.
She introduces herself. I'm Kelly Sullivan. She knows my name already, but I wanted to introduce myself more officially.
Oh, come on, you need to get yourself checked. The doctor's waiting for you at the room,
she said as I came back from where I waked up. After getting myself checked, the doctor told me I was stable and healthy again, and my injuries can be treated with some medications, which the doctor gave me some. I was surprised that Saki and some of her friends already paid my medications. Despite that I have emergency money, over 300,000 fucking dollars in yen, but I really appreciate what they did. As I was about to leave, I asked Saki, who saved my life? Was it the bus driver? I asked her a serious question. She has to know, obviously. I say it in Japanese, and she's surprised that a foreigner knows Japanese.
Well, he did, but he gave credit to the 2 real heroes, which were one of my friends. One was at the bus stop where it happened, and he helped the other passengers to safety. And he and also another friend of mine who was on board the bus. He said that he was sitting next to you, found you unconscious inside the bus. The 2 carried you into the infirmary, and me and the doctor treated your wounds. None of the other passengers were hurt, only you.
Wow, what a relief. Everyone on the bus are safe, including me. So, who are these 2 who saved me? I asked Saki.
Torihiko Ushima and Hiroyuki Nishimura, the founder of 2chan. I think they're still at the inn by now. I think they'll be happy to see you,
Saki replied. Happy to see me, I said.
Yeah, and besides, you're not planning to stay there, aren't you?
She said. Well, yeah, I better thank them.
Well, see you around and get well.
I picked up my luggage and leave the infirmary with my 50-pound suitcase and my 10-pound backpack. Jesus Christ. I'm now outside. It was sunny and see other small buildings around me and people sort of looking at me. Looks like this village is more beastmen than humans. Back at home, there's more human than beastmen, but in school I see more often of different species. I also live next door to a family of bald eagles. When I was 8, I remember seeing the 3 newborn eagles. They were adorable, kind of creepy without their feathers, but it grown later in months. Ironically, they were Canadians! As I wasn't familiar with this place, I walked around and see a sign with directions pointing which way. It was written in Japanese letters. One gave me the attention. The Ushima Inn is that way. As I walked to the description where the inn is, I see the beautiful landscape and a strange cloud of some sort of insect. I think it is called cicadas. They sound really loud but not so annoying. This village is so quiet and peaceful. A village like this one seems like everyone knows each other. It was quite a long walk. I finally reached the inn. The exterior looks pretty nice, and the name of the inn seems obvious. Saki told me that one of 2 people who saved me, one of them is called Torihiko Ushima. So is he the owner of the inn? Let's find out. I entered the lobby and there was nobody around except for that tiger man that is sleeping in the job behind the desk with his newspaper covering his face and resting on a chair all relaxed. His snoring and the tick-tock sound of the clock was making me impatient. Excuse me, I snapped my fingers to wake him up. The newspapers flew everywhere and the guy bursts in surprise. He yells, "I wasn't sleeping, uncle!" He stands up and looks around. He stared at me. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I picked up some of the papers he dropped. Oh, it's okay. He calmed down and he looked at me and said, "Hey, how are you feeling? That was some ride you had there yesterday." He acted like he knows me. Do I know him? But if he said that, so that means, are you Torihiko Ushima? I asked. Yeah, and you must be the Sleeping Beauty. Just kidding, he laughed. So, you're one of the guys who saved me? I said with a smile. I'm Kelly Sullivan. I have no words, but thank you so much. I was so happy to meet one of the persons who saved me. The doctor and the nurse told me everything that you and your friend have saved me from dying. I said, well, I'm glad that everything turned out to be okay. So, what brings you to this village? Torihiko said. I was on my way to Tokyo, but the accident happened and now I'm stuck here. I'd like to check in, please. Sure, how many days? He asked. Believe it or not, I'm planning to stay here the whole month, but don't worry, I have enough money to afford it, I replied. Wow, okay, then sign here and I'll give you the key. He handed over the check-in list. I have a little problem when it comes to my name. I'm not sure if he's asking my full name. But just to be sure, I wrote Kendrick, Elijah, Lincoln, Lloyd, Yeston, aka Kelly, Sullivan. Yeah, I have a long name. That's your name? Torihiko said while chuckling. Yeah, it's a long story, I nervously smile. Then somebody enters the lobby. He looks very familiar. Oh, good morning, Hiroyuki, Torihiko said. Wait, Hiroyuki? Morning, Torihiko. I've just made reservations at the restaurant, he said, and he looks at me, and he's right in front of me. Hey, I remembered you. You were sitting next to me on the bus. You're Hiroyuki Nishimura, right? I'm Kelly Sullivan. Thank you so much for saving my ass back there, I said while smiling and shaking his hand with my left arm. I'm surprised he didn't have any injuries after the accident. I'm surprised no one had injuries besides you, for some reason, didn't have injuries after the accident. But we're going to gloss over that fact. How come you don't have any injuries? I asked Hiroyuki. Oh, I do, just this one. He showed his left hand. He's covered in bandages. I got cut by a glass after his crash. After all, we can't just have only you hurt. That would make you a total Mary Sue. After all, you were in critical condition, he said. Yeah, just my head and my right wrist, but nothing too critical, I simply said. Wait, how is he in critical condition if only his right wrist is sprained and only cut his head mildly? What the fuck? I see you've met Torihiko, he said with a simile. Yes, what a hero. And you too, I said. Here's your key to your room and have a great stay, Torihiko said in great spirits and continued. Oh, let me help you with your luggage. Oh, thank you. Hey, Toshi, where are you? Torihiko shouted. I hear someone coming from the other room. Oh, why, every friggin' time I go to the bathroom, you have to call me. He looks so serious. He's a husky like the young nurse I met. Wow. It's not like the story has any bias towards a certain husky or anything. He wears a sleeveless and gray jacket that covers most of his torso, over a black long-sleeve t-shirt which is tuckered up over his elbows, and black pants and dark gray sneakers. That's something I would wear. What is it, well? He said. Will you help him carry his luggage to his room? Torihiko said. Wasn't he going to do that, was he? Alright, what room is he staying? He asked, and I looked at the key. It said 64 on it. The young steward carried my luggage, and I followed him to the second floor. So, you're the unconscious passenger that my friends were talking about, right? He said. I'm Toshi Miyazaki. I'm going to be your steward for the rest of your stay. I'm not used to being served or anything, but this is quite exciting. We stopped, and there's the door. Oh, here we are, so she said as we entered the room. The room was spacious, simply decorated in Japanese style. You got lucky, this was the only room available. Really, why? Most of the guests are from other towns and are staying for some events that are going to take place here. So she said, and besides, some are from the bus that crashed and they have no place to go, and you happen to be the last one, right? He said and continued, there's the bathroom, the closet, a queen-size bed, a fan, a television, a small refrigerator, and a great view of the town. Isn't part of the gimmick about Minnesota is that it's like old-timey? Why the fuck is there a television? Like in a small fridge? Come on, like, boy. You know what, fine. We'll just make this another plot hole. He opened the curtains and exposed the nice view of the village, and I was very impressed. Well, I'm going to leave you alone so you can settle things around, he said as he closed the door. I opened my large suitcase. It was full of clothes and other stuff. I put all my clothing in the closet and drawers, and there's stuff that can't be mine. It seems my cousin been using my suitcase as inventory. What the hell, Ashley and Ashton? There was a cable phone on the nightstand next to the bed. I better call my family. I dialed the numbers and waited. Hello, this is the Soul Reverend who's speaking. Hey Ashton, is Uncle Henry there? No, he left this morning and... Hey, have you checked in? Yeah, the inn is nice and the room is comfortable. Hey, did you tell Sylvia and Ashley about this? I was referring to the 1 month stay in the shelter. Sylvia and Ashley didn't get the information. I don't know how my sister reacted. Yeah, I told him about it. Sylvia got mad at Dad and she called him a bastard, he replied. Yep, that's my sister, alright? I'll call you later. I'll tell Mom you text Jen. Ashton, where am I right now? There's no signal. I'm calling you through cable phone. You can't call me through my cell phone. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that village is out of range. How can you survive without technology? Ashton thinks I'm a domestic type of person. No worries, I'm an outside person, I said to Ashton. Okay then, bye Kelly, get well. Well, bye, Ashton. Then somebody's knocking on the door. I waked a few steps and answered, is Toshi. Hey, Sullivan, listen up. Torihiko and Hiroyuki would like to invite you to come get a get-together party at a restaurant would like to come. It's at 11:30 a.m. That sounds fun. Yeah, that sounds good. Of course I'll go. And besides, I do own Torihiko and Hiroyuki for saving me. Is at least I can do for a return, I said and smiled. Splendid, and he still looked at me and examining me. Well, it is still 10 a.m. You might as better take a shower. You look kind of dirty after your ordeal. He said it without problems, but he was right. Yeah, I better get myself ready. It's really strange that the Azabament didn't comment on my ruined clothes. But yeah, I'd look into myself into a mirror and see my news appearance. I was a mess. Let's see. My shirt and cover, blah, 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 blah. I wait down the lobby and meet Torihiko and Hiroyuki. They were waiting for me. There you are. You look great, Hiroyuki said. Thanks. So where's this restaurant? It's at the shopping district area, not that far. Just come with us and you'll see it, Torihiko said. Alright then, I said to the two. We walked to the urban area and I was walking behind them. My deep blue eyes were wide open. I see the Tiger Man and the human holding hands together. Best friends don't hold hands together. That's gay. It was clearly that these two are same-sex couples. I did not even want to ask. Don't get me wrong, I'm also gay, but sadly I'm currently single. We arrived at the restaurant called Ramon. Looks like we arrived early, huh? Did you tell them what time we were supposed to gather? Hiroyuki asked Torihiko. Yeah, they'll come, just wait. Torihiko replied. I looked at the restaurant. It looks simple, but it has its charm. Everyone in the village seems to come here regularly. I wonder what food they're having. There's some interesting dishes on the menu board. So, when do you guys think they'll come? As I asked the two, something yelled, Hiroyuki! What in the world? I cried. Something furry is hugging me. Ew. Oh, it's great to see you again, Hiroyuki-san. I'm so glad you're okay. A little Shota jailbait boy is hugging me with all of his strength Corso, and it was hurting me. Then a catman came in front of me and said, Shun-kun, that's not Hiroyuki. Next to him was another husky man, not Toshi, because he's not wearing a modern type of clothing. He wears a black tank top and some jeans and a different hairstyle. Shun-kun, Hiroyuki's right over there, the husky man said to the little wolf jailbait boy. Huh? He looked to his left and saw Hiroyuki over there and began to wonder, who's the guy that I'm hugging right now then? He looked up straight to me and I simply said, hi to him, and he was embarrassed, and I was also blushing with her and I'm so sorry, I thought you were someone else. He apologized, but he was red in the face. Oh, it's great to see you, Shun-kun, Hiroyuki chuckled. So, he must be the extra guest that Hiroyuki was talking about, the young catman said. Yeah, I'm Kelly Sullivan, and you? Shin Kuroi, he said. And I'm Koya Otsuki. It's nice to meet you, Kelly. Over the course of the story, I'm going to be the one that's romanced by you, because huskies are everywhere, and it's obvious. Ha! Well, at least he didn't touch the best boys, because I would have been fucking angry. Oh, nice to meet you, Koya-san, I said as I shake his hand. Please, just Koya, he said. Some people prefer to be addressed without the honorifics because they aren't total weebs. Oh, okay then, and what's yours? I asked the little jailbait motherfucker. Oh, I'm Shungadori, he said with a big smile and good spirits. He looked so happy and adorable despite his little incident. Oh, hi everyone, are we right on time? Saki arrived and she wasn't wearing her new uniform, she was casual. She was wearing a white button blouse with a green tie around her neck and a black school skirt, and walking around with her was Toshi. What the hell's up with these people and their OCs, I swear. Yeah, you guys are right on time, Torihiko said to the two. Oh, hi, Kelly, Saki said. Toshi-kun, have you met Telly? She asked Toshi. Yeah, yes, I'm serving for the rest of the month. He simply put it that way. Oh, here comes Tatsumi. Toshi pointed and see a large 7-foot-tall dragon man. He's huge and a fucking disaster. Yo, hello everyone, he said, looking at me as well. Hi, I'm Tatsuki, what's yours? Oh dear, he didn't even ask for his name, just, what's yours? He is friendly. I'm Kelly, and oh, watch my arm! He handshakes the wrong hand. Sorry, I didn't know. He apologized and let go of my hand. Oh, it's okay, I'm just painfully in delicate condition. I said it painfully. Midori-san, you better be careful when people have medical conditions, a deep voice said. It was a large bear man. He could look very heavily serious by the look on his face. Oh, hey, Juichi, meet our new guest. What's your name again? Did Torihiko forgot? What the hell? He was blushing. I'm Kelly Sullivan, I said to the big bear. I'm Juichi Minazuki. He showed a little grin, got short-lived and looked at the tiger and hit him on the head. What the hell? Tora, that's for yesterday. I don't know what happened yesterday, but last time I remembered, I was unconscious. The tiger stands up and rubs his head. I actually felt that pain, and I also rubbed my head, if you know what I mean. Oh. I also rubbed my head. I also rubbed my head, if you know what I mean. Oh, no. No. Okay, I deserved it. You don't have to be so violent in front of our new guest, he said to Juichi. Hey everyone, who's cooking for lunch? I turned around and see a young lion boy and a Labrador dogman walking in the restaurant. Oh, hi Kyoji-senpai. Hi Sotaro-kun, Hiroyuki greeted. And who's the new guest that you mentioned? The Labrador asked me. Kelly and the two other shitty OCs in the room, Hiroyuki replied. We'll explain everything later, I said. Oh, nice to meet you, Kelly. I'm Kyoji Takahata, and this is my partner, Sotaro Tono. I hope you get well, he said. The young lion boy raised his hand and shake mine like crazy. Good thing he didn't shake my other hand. Oh, nice to meet you, Kelly-san. So that's it, are we all counted for? Let's eat, Takuchi said. Where's Konosuke? Toshi realizes.
Oh, we can't go on without him. He's always late. At the last minute later.
Saki said with a knowing face. So, I was about to ask, but it was interrupted by a loud crash. I turned around and see a tanuki, or a raccoon dog, making one heck of an entrance by sliding through the entrance door, but failed and hit on the wall. Is he alright? Oh, don't worry, I'm here. He stands up and he looks at me. Oh, hey, you must be the Sleeping Beauty. He takes a picture of me with a flash on. Ah, my eyes! Please don't take flash photography! He takes a look at the photo and said, Hey, you got violet eyes just like Saki, the Tanaki said. My eyes are gray, she corrected him. No, my eyes are blue. Not in this picture, he showed me, but there's a logical explanation. Well, because he took the picture with a flash on, causing the red eye effect. What happens when you mix red and blue together? I said to him, Violet! Shun-kun answered loud, and he was correct. Oh, no wonder Shin looks like a vampire, the Tanuki said. What did you say? Shin said. Oh, nothing, let's get started. I'm Konosuke, and you? Oh, his name is Kelly Sullivan. You better get those disturbing pictures erased or burned. Shin's mad. Now that everyone's here, we can take a seat and have some lunch. I'm freaking hungry. I've skipped dinner and breakfast. I've been holding a growling stomach. The only thing I've eaten was that granola bar that Saki gave me. I need to restore my health and fast. I sit down and look at the menu card. There was interesting stuff on that menu. I can't choose which one. I was so hungry that I can't think straight. I already ordered and wait for it. Hey, Kelly, can you want some sake with that? Tatsuki offered.
Tatsuki!
Saki stands up from her seat.
What are you thinking? He's in delicate condition. You can't drink him. He's not into that.
She said. She glared at the mute dragon with that serious look on her face as a nurse. It's her job. Well, sorry, I was just offering. Watch out, he can be a pretty heavy drinker, Koya said, whispering. Oh, can't wait to see some action, I muttered. I turned to the waiter. I'll have some tea. So, Sullivan, where are you from? Juichi asked. I'm from Seattle, I replied. Isn't that the city with the Space Needle? Konosuke asked. Yeah, I live in an apartment and it has a nice view of the city, including the tower. I live on an almost high-class society. My parents are pretty wealthy. So is my uncles. I don't attend on a private school. I'm still living like a normal teenager in the west coast of the United States. Crazy things did happen in my high school years, and those were the good times. So, have you visited Japan before? Koya said. Yeah, but that was 4 years ago, and I only stayed there for a few days. The reason I visited was that my dad used me as his translator. Oh, well, that sucks, Torihiko said. It wasn't that bad, but sadly I didn't need to go places. I only got a tour in Tokyo, and that's it. And this is your second time visiting, right? Koya said. Yeah, and this time is 2 months. That's enough to travel all of Japan. So, what did you do in the first month? Konosuke asked. I visited the Tokyo Sky Tree, the Tokyo Imperial Palace, the Hinji Castle, the Hiroshima Memorial, the Golden Pavilion, the Mount Fuji, the Mount Asama, and some museums around. Oh, and also a cruise to Okinawa Island. That was me, my sister, and my cousins. Wow, all in 1 month! Sotaro was amazed. Yep. Kelly, when did you learn to speak Japanese? Shin asked. Not just Japanese, I speak 11 languages. I know exactly what fucking song I'm going to play at this little bit. I know exactly what song. You lying, Torihiko said it laughing. Oh, you don't believe me? Shin-kun speaks French, right, Shin-kun? Hiriki said. Oh, yes, I bet he's just showing off, Shin French. Okay, fine, I was just sharing, I said in French. Okay, he's not lying, Shin said in Japanese. He continued. So, what other languages do you speak? I speak Spanish, French, Japanese, Italian, German, Portuguese, Chinese, Russian, Korean, Swedish, and English, my main language. I replied, Shin and the others. So, you're multilingual, Shin said. Yep, I said. I know it's hard to believe if you know that language you speak to prove it. So, what brings you here? Koya asked. I think I should say everything what happened yesterday. I simply said everything from the beginning to the end and everyone listened. And I would like to hear Orihiko and Hiroyuki's point of view. Maybe I can find the last piece of the puzzle. Why were they there? Torihiko speaks up. I was waiting for Hiroyuki at the bus stop. He called me earlier that he was coming earlier that afternoon. So I waited, and at that moment I saw the bus arriving, but then it happened. I wasn't sure if Hiroyuki was on that bus, but he was. I helped the other passengers when the bus driver began to count. He said there were 40 people and he counted 39. I found Hiroyuki in one piece, and Torihiko paused and Hiroyuki continued. I remember that I was sitting next to you and you hadn't gotten out, and Torihiko went inside and found you. You look really bad and hurt, so Tora and I take you to the infirmary so the doctor can treat your wounds, even though we should have left you to die. Feeling now satisfied and pleased, but for Torihiko and Hiroyuki. I mean, if Hiroyuki was hurt instead of me, I wouldn't have helped him. Something tells me that Hiroyuki would have suffered pain over his owner, but that did not happen. I'm glad that nobody died that day. How unfortunate that Kelly Sullivan didn't die that day, though. Oh, thank you so much for your troubles, I calmly said to them, and I meant it. No problem, Hiro and Tora said. Let's see, blah blah blah, food eating, dear God. I visited, where Hiroyuki is. I can't believe this. Okay, I'm not going to read this little paragraph, okay? Not this one, but the thing is I saw something, like, for example, this game is treating it as if, like, the Torihiko route happened, and then this is just the next summer. But the problem is, it's still using, like, the old plot lines that were in the original game. Like Konosuke, for example, wanting to be anywhere where Hiroyuki is. You see, a lot of these plot lines, if they're still happening, why are they happening? You think after a year Konosuke would get over this shit and he wouldn't want to bother with Hiroyuki considering he's with Torihiko. There's also more issues with this, as I'll show you later down on in the story, with an obvious rehash that you're gonna see soon. Hey, is there a telephone pole around? I asked. Oh, there's one outside, Toshi pointed through the window. I went outside. It was still noon or afternoon. I picked the phone and added some coins and pressed the buttons.
Oh, hello, this is Sullivan Rosens who's speaking.
Sylvia answered. Hi, Sylvia, how's everything? I said in English.
Oh, everything's fine, Kelly. I'm pretty upset what Henry did to you, leaving you stranded with nothing to do there, and also our vacation's ruined.
She said, yeah, I love you too, sis. Yeah, it's all ruined. Then another voice enters my ear.
Oh, hi, Kelly.
Is Ashley.
How's your stay in Minnesota? She said.
Well, Ashley, it's not that bad. I just met some people around. I'm feeling nicely welcomed, I said.
Oh, that's nice of them,
Sylvia said. Yeah, and they're nice people. They're close to my age, too, I said.
Look, this unplanned stay of yours is going well for you, huh, Kelly?
Ashley said. Yeah, I think so, I said as I looked the others through the restaurant window. I smiled. After having a little chatting with Sylvia and Ashley, I hanged up the phone and saw Koya in front of me. Hey, Kelly, do you want some dessert? There's pie, Koya offered. Sure, I said as I returned to the restaurant. This unplanned event of mine seems something special, don't know why. But I feel like I'm going to explore it, enjoy it, love it, and this is just the beginning. Oh no, I'm going to have to read more of this shit. No, oh my god. Well, at the very least, I'm like, let me think, divided by 2. I'm like a 16th full done, I think. I don't fucking know math. Well, I'll read more next time, and I hope you all have a magnificent day. Next time, it will be August 2nd, and it's gonna get even worse from here, folks. So have a good night, m'lady.